it does take time. For example, this particular one that I've been using, I have to apply every 14 days, about a tablespoon at a time. And so slowly they change colors and turn different tones. And it's interesting because if the alkaline, if you have alkaline soil, a little bit of acidity into it, then they probably will turn purple. So if you have a purple hydrangeas, that means that your soil is a little bit towards the acidic side of it. In these containers, I wanted to show you that I planted hydrangeas. This is a white type of microphylla variety hydrangea, also big leaf hydrangea. This is white, but it has a really nice kind of a green tones on the petals. Looks really beautiful. I love this hydrangea, and these are just growing in a containers. They come back every year, and that accompanied with Tuscan star jasmine. Has a beautiful creamy yellow colors, and they smell amazing. So that's the reason why I planted them together here in our terrace area, because we sit here quite a bit, and the fragrance. I love anything that has a beautiful fragrance, and so it's really nice to sit around and enjoy that. But the creamy yellow jasmine flowers look really stunning with the white hydrangeas in the planters. So I have two planters here, and both are the same way, or planted the same way. Here I have another variety. This is a mophead hydrangea also. And as you can see, I've been giving aesthetic properties to it as well. And this was pink last year. It's slowly turning into purple. And if you can see these new blooms right here, they're starting to turn a little bit bluer. So they're a bit on towards the bluer side. If you can notice, their eyes in the center starting to blue a little more. You can see on this one maybe a little closer. So my goal is to turn them blue. I do love blue hydrangeas. Who doesn't? And pinks are so beautiful as well. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me if they are pink or blue. I just love the variety, and it's kind of fun to play with them. So I am going to have some blues and some purples probably, and some pinks. There are some pinks that are really kind of a dark raspberry pinks, and they're so gorgeous that you don't even need to change them, in my opinion. So I have another hydrangea right here, which I absolutely love. This is one of my favorite ones, and I'm so excited that I found this in our garden center about 2 years ago. And this is a stargazer hydrangea. Look at this. It has these beautiful double petals, and they almost look like a shooting stars to me. And still has a little petals in the middle, kind of like a Lacecap hydrangea. But I love these blooms. I am definitely going to turn one into blue and just see how I think it's gonna be gorgeous in blue and white. But I have 3 of them, so I will have some pink and some blues. Right here I have another hydrangea. It's an oak leaf, and I absolutely love oak leaf hydrangeas. This is it's becoming my new favorite variety of hydrangea. They're paniculata variety hydrangeas. They have pinnacle type large blooms. This one called applause. Look at these beautiful leaves. And in the fall, these leaves turn into really bright red, and it just gives this amazing fall interest. I absolutely love them. I have one bloom this year, but I planted this hydrangea last year. So they are doing really, really good, and I'm hoping these other 2 oak leaf hydrangeas that I planted next year, they will be really, really beautiful and have a nice large flowers. Here I wanted to show you this amazing tree hydrangea, and tree hydrangeas, oh my goodness, are very, very special to me. I discovered them when I was living in Colorado, in Fort Collins. Even in the cold weather, they still do really well. Any of my friends in north, where even maybe Wyoming area or Fort Collins, or you can still have these amazing tree hydrangeas, and there's some of them. They're such a hardy variety. They have lots of hardy varieties nowadays, like Limelight and Pinky Winky, and this particular one is a phantom, and they have large flowers. You can see they're not even open, but look at this. I will hopefully make another video when my 3 hydrangeas are in complete bloom and they are in a peak of their blooming time. I will hopefully capture that for you, but this is really, really exciting. So, and I just wanted to show you that this is actually a tree hydrangea. It's grafted. The hydrangea is actually grafted on a tree trunk. So they do get about 7 to 8 feet tall, and they're just amazing. Imagine it's sitting tall with these beautiful blooms. They're unbelievable. They're not cheap, but they are beautiful plants. This way I have a blue hydrangea. Finally, it's coming together. As you can see, it's kind of confused a little bit. You know, it's not sure if it's blue. Should I go blue or purple? But you can see starting to get bluer from the purple. And some of these new buds right here, you can see it's starting to get much, much bluer. So this is what I'd like to accomplish finally. Anyway, I really do enjoy this blue hydrangea. It is beautiful. And coming this way, I have another stargazer hydrangea right here with the beautiful double petals. I really love this one. It's such a unique hydrangea. I'm so enjoying this one. This year they're doing really nice too. Starting to get bigger and maturing a lot more. Right here, look at this. I have a pink one, which I haven't added any acidic properties to this hydrangea. It's just pink, and I think I'm going to keep this one pink because I love to see the varieties and the different colors. But look at this glorious hydrangea, and look, it's still blooming. I have a little blooms coming through still, so I might have to cut some of them and take them home to help them rebloom again, hopefully with deadheading, meaning taking them home and putting it in a vase in a house, hopefully will encourage the shrub to produce more blooms. So this is that. Look at this. This one is new as well. It's coming. We're going to have a longer season this year with them, which is really very exciting to me. And then here this way we have a Lacecap hydrangeas again. They are losing I think they're at the tail end of their time, but I'm hoping I might get some more blooms. Not sure, we'll see. But this type of hydrangeas, big leaf hydrangeas, they do bloom on a old wood, meaning from on the stems of last year. So for example, these stems right here that grew this year, they will actually flower next year. So when you're trimming your hydrangeas, big leaf hydrangeas or macrophylla types, just make sure to be very careful, because if you really trim them down, you will probably lose the blooms for the next year. So you have to be really careful. Usually just don't touch them. I usually just deadhead them. I just cut the blooms right where stem meets the a leaf right here and just leave them. And then next year early on, it kind of lets you know where we need to start trimming. So anything that starts drying out, I would just cut them and then leave the rest for the blooming time. So anyway, I have a beautiful variety of hydrangeas this year. Look at this one. I have a new blooms coming up. Maybe you can see a little better how beautiful the petals actually are, because it starts with the white and a little tin of pink and a little warmer pink on the edges. It's very pretty Lacecap hydrangea. This one is also mophead, and look at the size of these blooms, you guys. I mean, I just put my hand on it so you can see relative to my hand how big these hydrangeas are. They're just gorgeous. I just brought a bench here. I had this downstairs in our covered terrace downstairs, but I brought it up because I just love this area. It's my favorite new place to sit and have a 10 minutes break, coffee break time, and then get back to work. But I do enjoy it when I sit down for a minute. This one is the same way. Look how big they are, and they have so many new blooms coming up. They're amazing this year. They're doing really, really good. So anyway, I did apply some acidic properties to these guys, and you can see they're turning purple. I'm hoping to have blue flowers. This one may be a little bluer. Newer ones may be a little bluer than the old ones, but they're still amazing. Look at that. And I love this shade. Even if it stays like this, purple, it's really beautiful. And then I have I have three hydrangeas, one here, and one right here. They're the same. They are strawberry vanilla type hydrangeas. They're pina colada type. Um, Last year they did struggle quite a bit. This year seem like they're doing a lot better. I didn't get any blooms last year because I trimmed them, and they do bloom on an old wood, but they kind of became really leggy, and I really didn't want it that look. I had to go ahead and trim them, knowing that I probably will not have any blooms the following year, which I didn't. But I do like the shape now. You kind of have to do that sometimes when you do want to trim or shape your bush or your shrub. You know, you might have to lose one here flowers, but then you get the shape that you really want. So for example, this year they're not as leggy, they're a little more filled in, and I really like that. But you know, I'm still waiting for them to flower. This one didn't flower this year, but I am fertilizing them, hoping that probably next year I will have it. But this year they're doing much better. You can see the leaves are you know, much greener. Last year I think they had a bit of an iron deficiency. When you see the yellow leaves with the green kind of veins, that means they do have an iron deficiency. So this year they're doing good, and they're starting to green a lot more. So I think they're recovering quite well. So hopefully next year I'll get lots of them. But this one right here, I have a whole bunch of blooms this year. I'm really excited. They are still really tiny, but let me try to get in there. They're still really tiny, but they are, look, I have flowers. I will have quite a few flowers. Again, this is a vanilla strawberry variety. In French, it's vanille fraise. And I'm excited. I want all three of them to do this. So, and look at this. This is one of my favorite hydrangeas as well. Look how dark the pink is on this hydrangeas. I will not change the color of the color on this hydrangea. I love this dark, almost raspberry, hot pink color. It's just beautiful. I love them. Look at that. It's such a beautiful shrub. It's like I can't imagine any shady area that wouldn't have hydrangeas. I just adore it. They do need a lot more water though, but they are definitely worth it. It's so gorgeous. And I have again Lacecap hydrangea here that is doing really well. I have another Lacecap here. They're doing really good. And I do have new blooms coming up right here on this Lacecap. So they are just so beautiful. I love Lacecap hydrangeas. They are so beautiful. I know the traditional, you know, mopheads are really gorgeous, of course, but I love the Lacecaps. They just have such a different look to them, and just kind of layer them around and more airy. I don't know. They're gorgeous. I have another hydrangea here, just kind of tucked in. This hydrangea was really small when I planted. It's doing really good. You can see this year I'm actually starting to shoot new stems, which probably will bloom next year. It will fill in, but look at how beautiful. I mean, this is just a pink hydrangea, but something about this one, if you notice, like how it has a white centers a little more and the darker edges on the petals. Something about this one just gives that depth. I don't know. I just love this one a lot. And so I think this is all on this side. And so what I'd like to do is just go on the other side of the garden. I have a few more hydrangeas there that I wanted to show you. And then maybe along the way I can also just update you a little bit on everything that's going on. Just a quick one. Oh, and I forgot to show you this beautiful hydrangea here. It's been in a pot since 2 years already, and it's doing really gorgeous. But look how huge this has gotten. It's, you know, hydrangeas stay in a pots in the winter time here. It's a perennials. It's so exciting. I can keep them in the shade, and they grow just gorgeous. I do have a new bloom on this one as well. They're looking really healthy. I'm really pleased how the hydrangeas are doing this year. They're gorgeous. Okay, so let's go this way. And hi, buddy. You need something? You want to come with me? Yeah? You want to come with me? We go show hydrangeas? Come on. So this area here, this flower bed, I actually worked on last year. This is really new. Although you can see it's very mature looking and full of flowers, which is really surprising because it's been only 1 year. I actually finished it last fall before I left for the US for a little while. But anyway, this bed is, so it's looking really, really nice. I have agapanthus growing right now, and look at this. They're just amazing. It's so exciting to me because I always lived in areas where it's very cold winters, and for me to have, agapanthus growing in my garden, it's like so exciting. I don't know. But I have dahlias, agapanthus, and of course hydrangeas. I have 3 different hydrangeas. Again, I am applying acidic properties to these hydrangeas, and I really would like to keep them blue here, just in this area. So as you can see, this one is starting to turn already. I'm really excited. Look at this. It's starting to turn even more, like right here. So I really would like to have these 3 hydrangeas blue because I have this beautiful orange, kind of yellow, red. It's hard to even describe. I love these dahlias. They are so gorgeous, and I just think it would be so beautiful against the blue. Look at the agapanthus going so well with the colors of the dahlias. So kind of that's what I'm going for here with the blue hydrangeas and maybe this beautiful orange, bright yellow-red sort of dahlias. I love these 3 dahlias, and maybe this one is a little peach color, but they all will go so well against the blue. So that's kind of what I'm going here for. And I have another dahlia grow here that I absolutely adore. Look at how beautiful this dahlia is. Dahlias did so well this year. I'm just really so excited. I'm going to plant way more. I planted few, but I'm going to plant more even. Look, I have another dahlia growing right here. Look at this beautiful brightness. They're tall. They are perennials in our area. They come back every year and they bloom during the entire season. I'm really pleased with them, so I am going to plant way more. So I have another hydrangea which didn't bloom this year. It's a white variety. It is a big leaf variety though. But I transplanted last fall, so I'm thinking it's still acclimating. Hopefully next spring or next summer I will have flowers. This one is another type of hydrangea. It's the same. It's a big leaf variety, but it's different color. Look how dark the colors are on this hydrangeas. And these ones, I am applying some acidic properties to it. I think it will turn really, really dark purple. Because when I purchased it last year, it was really dark purple color, and it was so beautiful. So I think I'm going to try that again and see how it will work. But again, it takes time for them to start changing colors, probably 1 or 2 seasons. We'll see. Here I have gigantic agapanta, which I'm like so excited to look at it all the time. It's amazing. I love my Japanese maple. I have 3 hydrangeas right there. One is almost finishing up, but I need to deadhead. I think they will bloom again. They're rebloomers. And then I just love this. I think it's a hollyhock. Friend of ours gave me this plant right here, the pink one. And if you guys know the name of this plant, let me know. I think she told me, I can't remember. I need to ask her again. But it's looking so beautiful this year. I think it might be hollyhock. I'm not sure. I need to ask her again. It was busy time when she told me, I think, and I forgot. But I really love how, and I wanted to plant this plant here because I knew it was going to get tall, and I wanted to kind of go against this tree and cover up the space between the trees. But and then this year, it's looking so beautiful against this Japanese maple. The color is unbelievable with the pink and the deep purple. I love this combination. It turned out really, really nice. And then these are my flower pots, and look, I have so many bumblebees in my garden. I just get so excited looking at them, and they love this salvia. I think they have a nest here because they're all over the garden. They're so cute. I love watching them. So I just wanted to show you my last part of the hydrangeas, and there's more dahlias growing on the edges here. It's looking really good. I have Astromeria. It's looking really good. And then I really like how Lobelia turned out here with the pink geraniums that I planted against the boxwood. Actually filled in so well. I'm really liking how this area turned out with the clip boxwood. And then this way, I wanted to show you these two beautiful trees. This is also strawberry vanilla or vanilla fraise. It's a tree hydrangea variety. It's a pina colada. As you can see, they have a longer flowers, large longer flowers. It's already blooming, and this entire tree is going to be covered with these gorgeous flowers. And then also towards the fall, but they turn colors. They turn a little red, and then the tips stays white. It just looks really, really beautiful. So I have two tree hydrangeas here, and they both are doing really well and healthy. Very exciting. So going this way, and this is the avenue that I created last year. This entire area actually I worked on last year. There was nothing here before, and I wanted to have a curved avenue where you kind of can see on the other side until you come to the surprise. And I was envisioning to plant this white hydrangea hedge that covers the entire area, kind of falling over a little bit and into the avenue. And I edged them with the boxwood to make it a little more formal, to give kind of an outline. But this is a really kind of a dark area because it's under the trees. We have a large trees. They're quite old, and lots of them are really dry. So what we did is we decided to go ahead and plant camellias behind the hydrangeas. There's a line of camellias growing. So when my idea was when the hydrangeas, in the wintertime when hydrangeas don't have any leaves, you can see all the camellias. And camellias are evergreen. They love the shady area. So they're thriving there. They absolutely love it. They're small, but they'll get big. Eventually, they will be taller than hydrangeas, and they will be covered with lots of different type of blooms in the spring. And then when they finish blooming, hydrangeas will start coming up with the leaves and white, beautiful flowers. So the camellias will just stay in a shade until the following year. And I'll show you where the camellias are, and they're doing really, really good. But anyway, you can see these hydrangeas I planted only last year. They are Annabelle variety. They're arborescens hydrangeas. I think they're native to the U.S. They're U.S. variety. They have a huge, big white blooms. And I love them in this area, and the reason why I planted here because as I was saying, it was kind of a shady area. It's always dark, and the white really pops and brings light and brightness to the shady area. And so these are only last year planted. It's been planted only last year. Look how big they already are. I mean, they are going to get even bigger, and they're kind of going to flop a little more. So Annabelle was originally created, and then after Annabelle didn't have as strong of stems, so they came up with a different variety which called Incredible, or strong. In Europe they call them Strong Annabelle, but they're actually called Incredible. And so they have a little stronger stems. For example, they're standing up quite well, as you can see. Some of them are kind of laying down, but some of them are really strong. So this is a little stronger Annabelle, which they have huge blooms, and you can see. But look at this avenue. I think, you know, in a couple of years, they will be literally, you will not see where one ends and the other starts and the other one ends, because they will intertwine together, cover up all these trees, and just create a nice hedge to walk down on this avenue. And they're just absolutely stunning. I wanted to show you and how beautiful this whole thing came out. I'm just really pleased. These hydrangeas right here, I think 6 of them I planted last spring. They're much bigger than the ones I planted last fall. You can see the difference, but look how huge they are. So eventually this is what they will do, kind of flop over, and this is exactly what I wanted them to do. This is what I was envisioning. But look how huge these heads are. I can put my hand on it and you can see relative to my hand how huge these hydrangeas are. They are absolutely stunning. And so, and eventually we come down here, so I have a whole bunch of hydrangeas here as well, kind of creating the shade in a shady area. Then I have roses, and then I have I planted gladiolas that are doing really beautiful, starting to bloom. Look at this beautiful color on this gladiolas. It's kind of velvety, really really purple. Very beautiful. And then I have dahlia that's growing behind it. It's a cactus dahlia variety. It's looking really nice. I have 2 of this variety to pop against the white. I think it'll be really pretty. And I have my beautiful hydrangea here, which I planted in this basket. I love this pot. There is this beautiful store not far from us where we purchased this, and anyway, I love this how this hydrangea looks in this pot. It stays there all year round, and it's accompanied with the ivy, which always stays in a pot. I just trim them and maintain it a little bit. There is more blooms coming up, hopefully. Anyway, it's looking really pretty. So anyway, I also wanted to show you this beautiful tree here that's glorious. It's doing really good. It's a trumpet vine. Oh, it has this little spider web, which I think I'm going to grab this and so they can go somewhere else. But this is a trumpet vine. It's a standard, which means it's grafted or maybe trained as a tree. And it's looking really pretty. I have 2 of these trees, one on this side and then one right here. And so it's, you know, to give a little bit of a symmetry or the entrance with these beautiful colors. It's the same tree, same color, and this one also has lots of buds and going to have flowers this year. And anyway, just beautiful, bright, beautiful tree. It's looking really pretty right now. Look at this. So also my annuals that I planted here, it's looking really good. I'm very pleased how they're coming along. Looking really nice and brought a nice color underneath the roses and lilac, etc. against the boxwood. It's looking really beautiful. I have a couple of dahlias here that are absolutely stunning as well. I wanted to show you how good the dahlias are doing this year. They're just amazing. Look at the color of this dahlia. Absolutely love this one. It's a red, kind of starts with the red, goes into the creamy. I don't know. It's just so beautiful. Maybe, George, maybe you should show on this side because it's just really gorgeous. Okay, and anyway, I have geranium is just glorious this year, and some more. I have some more gladiolas coming up, red with red. I think it's looking really pretty. Some lilies, campanulas are in bloom right now, and I think this is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. But anyway, I think this is all I have for today. Thank you so much again for subscribing to my channels, and everybody who has been have subscribed. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching my videos, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.